There is an exercise that supercharges your brain. It improves your focus, memory, and mood. You can do this exercise anywhere you want, and it's not a super challenging thing to do. It's actually quite enjoyable. It is the greatest exercise for your brain, and it's not even close. That exercise is meditation. So this is why meditation is the greatest exercise for your brain and how you can incorporate it into your daily life to get all of the benefits of meditation without taking time out of your day. So why is meditation so good? Why is this the greatest mental activity of all time, and it's not even close? First of all, it strengthens your focus and attention. When you're meditating, you're literally training your brain to resist distractions. Most of the time, meditation revolves around trying to focus your attention on a single point and not have your attention get drifted away. And if it does, you have to notice it and bring it back in. It's literally the constant process of trying to bring your focus back in alignment and resist the distractions. This is what makes it so good, because think about in our daily lives, how often are we challenged by distractions, things in our environment trying to pull our attention away from what we're trying to do. It happens literally all the time. If you can start to train your brain to resist these distractions and just focus on what is important, then think about how much you can get done. Think about how much you can accomplish when these distractions do not faze you. It also strengthens your prefrontal cortex. So this is the part of your brain right in the front here, which essentially controls your executive function decision making. This is the logical part of your brain. When you meditate, you're literally strengthening this part of your brain. If you have a stronger prefrontal cortex, you're probably going to start making better decisions. If you start making better decisions, probably going to be good for the outcomes in your life. So that's just another great benefit of meditation. It also enhances your working memory by increasing your short-term memory and improving your retention of information. So if you're trying to learn something, okay, if you meditate, if you're constantly practicing meditation, then you're going to be able to actually retain that information more easily. So when it comes to actually using the information that you've learned, you're going to be able to more easily recall that information. Plus, because you have an improved short-term memory, you can just find that thing way quicker. You're actually increasing the capacity of your brain, the amount of information that you can actually retain, the amount of short-term memory that you're holding onto, which is unbelievable. You're also going to have greater mental clarity. When you meditate, you're entering a clear and calm state of mind. You don't have all that mental chatter going on. This allows you to be more focused, more present, and in the moment. If you're not meditating, if you're just a normal person, you're probably spending a lot of time scrolling, doing things that are really distracting. What's going to happen is you're constantly going to be having these voices in your head, this chatter, this distraction. It's very hard for you to just sit still and be present. When you start practicing meditation, because you're practicing focusing your attention on a single point, you have less mental chatter. You can focus, enter a calm, relaxed state, be more present and in the moment, which is just amazing. Meditation is also just going to increase your dopamine, increase your serotonin, reduce your cortisol, which is your stress levels. All of this obviously going to be an amazing thing. It's going to reduce your risk of depression. It's going to improve your mental state, your ability to be positive, feel good about things. Of course, going to be a really nice thing to have. You can see why this is the greatest mental exercise that you can possibly do, because the amount of benefits you get out of this is just absolutely absurd. So how do you actually meditate? I'm not a meditation expert here, but this is how I've been using meditation to get these mental benefits. And the main thing you want to do is you want to try and focus your attention on a single point. For most of us, the best place to start, and what I always go for, is the breath. You should be trying to, at all times when you're meditating, focus your mind, focus your attention to your breath, your inhales and your exhales. You're not necessarily trying to control your breathing, but you're just trying to focus your attention on it. When you focus your attention all on the breath, what happens is that you're no longer having your brain scattered thinking about all these different things. You're only bringing your attention, you're only focusing on one thing, and that is your breath. Now, does this mean that you're just going to be perfectly laser focused on your breath at all times? No, of course not. Your brain is going to naturally wander, and that is part of the meditation process. It is your job, when your brain wanders, to notice it, identify, okay, my attention has gone, let me bring it back to the breath. That is literally the purpose of meditation. It is to identify when your brain is going off, when you're getting distracted, and bring it back in. This is the process of strengthening our ability to eliminate distractions or to reduce our ability to be reactive to distractions. So when you're meditating, it's really just about trying to focus all of your concentration on one thing. I would definitely start by concentrating on your breath. Bring all of your focus there. When your attention starts to drift away, bring it back into the breath. Now, If you're just starting out with meditation, then something like guided meditation apps are really useful. I've been using, I think it's called Balance. I was using that for quite a while when I was starting out. There's lots of different meditations out there. Headspace, I think, is another one. Using a meditation app can be a really good idea. Now, does this mean you have to take an hour out of your day every single day to practice meditation, to sit in the lotus position and start humming? No, not at all. In fact, you don't have to take any time out of your day to practice meditation. The way I've been using meditation is I just incorporate it to things like my walks. In the morning, I'll go for a 20-minute walk, and then after each of my meals, I'll do a little 10-minute walk. That's a great time for me to practice meditation. I'm out for a walk, I can focus all of my attention on my breath and practice the meditation. Anytime throughout the day where you really have a period where you don't need to be focused on one thing, you can just use that to enter a state of meditation, a meditative state. I believe that is a word. We want to try and get in these states as frequently as possible. It's not necessarily about, here's a 10-minute block right now, I can do it now. Here's a 20-minute block, I do it here. It's more about, well, this is a time I could be meditating, so let me get in this state. And it's about how often can we get in these states? Because when you can get in these states where you don't have this mental chatter going on all the time, you're very present, you're very in the moment, focused on one thing. These are really, really powerful states to be in. The more that we can actually get ourselves in these states, the better we're going to be. So it's not necessarily about do this one block throughout the day, but throw it in every now and then. Just go, okay, I could be doing a 2-minute meditation right now. I could probably be meditating while I'm on this walk. You can always find little moments in the day where you can incorporate this into your life. Rather than thinking you have to sit down for one block of time doing it, just try and find times where you're doing something but you don't require your focus and attention. Great time to practice a meditation. So you by no means have to actually take time out of your day to do it, but it is probably, in fact, it is definitely the greatest exercise that you can possibly do for your brain. So it's definitely something that you should figure out how to get into your life in one way or the other. So that is why meditation is hands down the greatest exercise for your brain that you could possibly do. Hopefully you're going to find a way to incorporate it into your life. If you liked the video, if you got some value out of it, if you're maybe going to start including meditation, then please like the video and subscribe. There's probably a video somewhere around here, so I will see you in one of those.